True or false? Sean Dyche eats gravel for breakfast. There we go.
Even me. That was good.
Is it true or false?
False.
False? Oh, I'm surprised, bro. Hi guys, welcome to our first episode on The Locker Room. I'm joined by my co-host, Ari Chalmers Alves, and our first very special guest, Everton striker, Ellis Sims.
The man himself.
Hello, happy to be here on the podcast. Looking forward to it.
Thanks for coming. For us, it's a massive pleasure to have you, because since the first time we mentioned about the podcast, the project, you always showed some love, gave us
We
support.
appreciate that, bro. Appreciate you being the first one. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, and actually today was a good day because, you just finished the game. You beat the leader. The mood here is incredible.
Good vibes in the building.
Vibes, yeah.
Great result.
Are you ready for the questions?
Yeah, ready.
So from now on, you are locked. Welcome to the locker room.
Okay, first question. I'm going to ask you about your earliest memory in football, whether that's, on the pitch, playing for a local team, or watching a game live for the first time. What's your first memory?
My first memory is when I joined my local team, Chadderton Park. I just remember, I think it was the age under 5s, under 6s, around that time. My dad took me down just to play, really. At that age, you're on the field, you just want to run about.
Playing for the fun of it.
Playing for the fun of it. So, that's the earliest memory that I have, just playing for Chadderton Park, really.
How old were you again at that time?
I would say around 5, 6, around that age.
How long have you been playing for that team?
So I was there for up until under 9s, I think. And
Okay.
And that's when you get to that academy, you have to make a decision.
Okay.
Kind of sign for a team.
Okay. And then we were searching a little bit about you, and then we found out that you got scouted by Manchester City Youth. Yeah. How did you feel?
And tell us the process as well behind that, like how that came about, who contacted you, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was probably playing for Chadderton Park, and a scout has come up to my dad and said, "Your son's, we think he's doing very well."
Couldn't take that smile off his face for weeks, probably.
It's a while
Happiest
ago
guy
now,
in
but
Manchester.
Talking about it is a nice feeling,
Yeah.
memories. But they just asked me to go down, really, go for like a trial. But I knew that it's going to be the best players from other local teams as well, just come into one. I was really excited. Obviously, at a young age, you're going to have a few nerves as well. I was looking forward to it and a bit nervous at the same time.
At that time, how was the system? Because I don't know if it's the same as nowadays. Nowadays, when you get scouted, you go to a select team to see if you can get to an elite team. When you got scouted, was it straight to the elite team, or you had to go through the select to show them how good you are,
Yeah, I think it was, I'm trying to recap because it's a while ago, but I think it was the selects,
Okay.
The select team. And then I think if you done well in the selects, you would then move to, I think it's the elite team.
Yes, yeah.
So I reckon I spent a bit of time in the select team.
Was there a big step up from the select to the EDS, is it, I think?
Yeah, there was a big step up. It's that next step, really.
Yeah.
It was a big step up. And obviously, if you knew that, if you made it to the main team, it was good, and they rated you highly. So that's where the goal was to get to.
Yeah.
And then what impressed you the most about joining a team as big as Man City? Like, was it facilities, coaching? What sort of aspect really stood out to you?
A mixture, really. Obviously, I grew up as a City fan, so kind of playing for City in my head was brilliant. The team you grew up supporting. It was a great experience there going. Obviously, the facilities is kind of
crazy.
I think we trained in the evening. So either my mum or dad would drive me down.
Was the Etihad campus built by then when you were there?
No, so it was originally at Platt Lane.
Yeah, I know Platt Lane.
You know Platt Lane. I don't know, a team took over it and use that facility now?
I think it's one of the universities.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they bought it off City, and obviously they've got their brand spanking new Etihad campus, which isn't too bad, I'm not going to lie.
And bro, Ellis, you know, if you had a chance to give a good shout out to someone who were there on the beginning, someone special,
A real
someone
one.
who helped you,
OG.
apart from your barber.
Wow.
No, I'm joking. Who would be that person?
Yeah, it would definitely be my dad. I just know that without him, he's kind of guiding me to where I am today in terms of going down the football path. And he was the one, as well as my mum as well,
Okay, yeah.
that took me to the football trainings in the evening. And sometimes they finish work and kind of they're tired, but still they had the courage to take me there. Watch the training, wait for a couple of hours, and then drive back home. So
something that you'll never forget.
You'll never forget. You kind of take it for granted, but looking back now, like without them, I wouldn't have been able to go to the training. So,
true.
Yeah.
Did you feel more pressure from like external sources, like from your parents or friends, just making them proud? Or is it more pressure you just put on yourself because you wanted to succeed?
Yeah, I think at a young age, you just don't want to take it too serious. But as you get older, you realise it's becoming more serious.
Yeah.
There's a bit of pressure on me, but it's only from what I applied to myself. Like, you're a young kid, you just want to play for the fun of it, rather than looking for the long-term goal, really.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure to have on a young person's shoulders. I mean, were there any times where you thought in your career, maybe perhaps in like the earlier stages, where you might not actually have a career in football, or it might not go quite the way you wanted to?
I wouldn't say so, no, because with me, all I done was kind of take it in small steps.
Yeah.
I didn't look for the end goal, thinking I need to get there. I was kind of just season by season, just setting myself goals and trying to improve. As long as I was improving, I was happy with that.
Yeah.
And as long as I'm getting better and better,
Yeah.
I knew I was going in the right direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, end of the first section. Moving on to the next part. Dream five-a-side team. Are we going retired players included or just current players?
We have to go with
Retired as well?
retired
Okay, all
and
right. So, what formation are we thinking? Are we thinking 1-2-2?
Yeah, 1-2-2. Yeah.
All right. Okay, 1-2-2. Who's got the gloves on?
Gloves on will be Neuer.
Neuer.
Obviously, what a keeper.
He's...
He can play with his feet, and I think the most important thing is the positioning.
Yeah, sweeping up anything,
Sweeping
getting behind
up.
the centre back. 'Cause he's good. You're good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have him, and then centre back Company, solid. I grew up as a City fan, so obviously kind of looking up to him.
Yeah, idol. Yeah.
Idol.
I think he's got a road in the Etihad campus named after him.
Oh really?
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but it's something like Company Way or Vincent Company Way or something
Wow.
like that. Yeah.
That's good, yeah.
And then midfielders. Are we going to?
Yeah,
It's gotta
two
be two, yeah.
midfielders. There's so many quality. I'm gonna go with Iniesta.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
yeah.
Okay.
Just technical.
I'm hoping you pair him up with somebody else.
Yeah.
We'll see what you say. I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
Xavi.
Yeah. You go Xavi?
Yeah,
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay.
Has to
okay.
be, has to be.
Five-a-side, you're not getting the ball off those two.
Yeah, no chance.
With them two in that midfield, passing ability, dribbling, it's got everything there.
And then you up top?
You?
Or are you
Could be you.
Or are you warming the bench for this one?
Hopefully in a few years.
Yeah.
Up front, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Over Messi, yeah?
Yeah.
In five-a-side?
I'm a Ronaldo.
Ronaldo fan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's my idol, Ronaldo. I love
What do you think is the biggest quality of Ronaldo? What do you think has taken him to that top level? If he's the best, one of the best at least.
Just his mentality, really.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to be the best. He wants to be the best at everything he does, whether it's goals, assists, working hard, his diet, he's keeping himself in shape. as you know now, at such late on in his career, he still wants to strive for more. So yeah, definitely him.
Do you think that like mentality rubs off on other players, particularly younger players, like in the same squad as them? Watching players like Ronaldo, even at his age, have such high standards every day, training, eating the right things. Do you think that rubs off onto the younger players and they get motivation for that?
Definitely, I think there's no better role model to have in front of you than him. He creates a great example to look up to, and if you can kind of get to 50% of what he's like, you're gonna have a good career.
Yeah.
So
I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy,
I mean.
Bro. I'll take his left arm, bro. I'd be happy. Okay, and we'll go for manager as well.
Yeah, manager.
You're gonna get in troubles.
Okay. Apart from Big Sean, because he's obviously your number. He's obviously number one, isn't he? He's obviously above Cruyff and all these. Sean's at the top. So who's Sean's assistant manager then?
Yeah.
There we go.
Assistant. Manager. I'm gonna go with Pep. Just his tactics, and obviously in his career.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about Pep being assistant manager to Sean Dyche.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Sean Dyche, but
I'm gonna go with him.
okay.
So let me ask you something. When did you leave when you left Manchester City, right? Did you go straight away to Everton, or you had some other club in between?
Yeah, so there was quite a few clubs that were interested to take me on. So I just had to narrow it down. I felt as though I was 16, so I'm kind of young still, so I kind of wanted to stay in the northwest area. There was some clubs outside of there, but I just thought with Everton, they were interested for me even way back when I was younger. So, and they were still there in the current day at the time.
So you moved from Manchester City to Everton.
Yeah.
What age group did you go into Everton?
So this was at under 16s. I moved to Everton. But yeah, like I said, they always showed the interest, even when I was at City.
That's
they always
great.
wanted me there.
Yeah.
So I just felt
it's good to have that feeling of being wanted.
That's exactly
what I mean. Was it
especially over such a long period of time?
I always felt that. Yeah.
Was it easy for you for obviously leaving a big team like Manchester City, and once you got at Everton, was it easy for you to settle on the team, or was it a bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take a bit of time to settle because it's a young age. It's a kind of a big change. You know, you're used to something, and then all of a sudden you're doing something different. So, it took a bit of time to just adapt. But once I got to know the players, the staff, and just got familiar with the facilities, stuff like that, the schedule, then I just settled in nicely, and I was enjoying it.
I'm sure Everton being such a big club was a massive pull. I mean, how much are you looking forward to playing at Goodison Park in front of the Everton fans, especially after a bit of momentum coming forward after the Arsenal game?
Yeah, it's a dream really. The fans are great. It's a massive club. So I'm just honoured just to be there and to play as many games as possible because it's, like I said, it's a huge club and it's great.
Who are the teammates you've particularly bonded with in the Everton squad? Who are you particularly close to?
To be fair, all the lads have been very welcoming. They're all great, all humble. We're all striving for the same things. It's hard to pick one out, but in general, all the lads, even though there's different age groups, different people have been on different paths and careers. They're all great, honest people.
Perfect. Okay, next section. Teammate Olympics. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a scenario where every club in the Prem has to submit one player for a particular Olympic event, okay?
Okay.
So Everton, you're making the decisions, okay? 100-meter sprint, who are you putting forward to represent Everton in the Prem Olympics?
I'm going to go with Ben Godfrey.
Really?
Yeah.
Rapid,
Fast.
Yeah, powerful. Yeah, I'm going to say him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's rapid.
And weightlifting. Who is
at Everton?
I made a prediction. I made a prediction, didn't I?
Weightlifting.
At Everton,
Weightlifting,
the strongest one.
Okay.
Who Who's just wham in the gym? Who's just hitting numbers that you just haven't seen before?
I would say the strongest. Maybe not in like the gym, but I know just through training who's the strongest. I'll probably say Yerry Mina.
As I said, first one I said Mina, but I said Mina and Zuma. They gotta be the two, bro.
Yeah, Mina.
Mina, okay. And high jump.
High jump. I'm gonna go with Dom Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, you two up front with Sean Dyche, a little 4-4-2. Dyche is gonna love it.
And boxing, imagine you get involved into obviously it never happened, hopefully it will never happen, but in the match you get involved into a fight, and then you have to get a teammate, who is good on boxing. Who would you
want to have your back?
To come and
oh, that's a good one, that.
Not that I think you would need anyone to help him out, but hypothetically.
Do you know what? It's gonna be a surprise, but I'm gonna go Neil Mope.
Really?
Yeah.
He's a bit of like a joker though, isn't he?
Yeah, a little bit, but like when he's on the pitch, like he's aggressive, do you know what I mean? Like he'll have my back.
Yeah.
Even if they're bigger, like he doesn't care.
They don't care.
Get stuck in.
Yeah, that's good mentality though. Love that. Table tennis. There's got to be some tables around good some around the training ground. Anyone that stands out?
We haven't actually. I think it's upstairs, the table tennis, but I haven't seen anyone really on it.
You any good yourself?
I'm not bad.
Not bad.
I haven't played in a while. I'm a bit rusty, but like, I'll give anyone a good game.
We've had some good games in the barber shop, although you always lie about the results, don't you? I've got the results on my phone.
Oh my
just lies.
God, we're not going to
once
talk about
I won like 7 games in a row, and don't worry, let's leave that.
Will it be honest on the podcast? I beat him.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
wow. Lying on camera, I see how it is.
Was like playing against my son.
Really?
He's my third son.
Okay.
And then 10,000 meter race. Who would you name?
Who's the engine?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with a midfielder. Oh, in fact, Dwight McNeil. I'm gonna go with You can just run, whether it's on the flank, just up, down, There's endless running.
He's never
Obviously,
tired.
he was at Burnley with Sean Dyche,
so.
wasn't he? So I think he's probably in his plans again, isn't he?
Yeah.
And then you go to Blackpool on loan. You started off the Premier League 2 season really well. I think you got like 8 goals, 12 games.
Yeah.
Who was like the first person to suggest going on loan? Was it you, agent, the club, or was it just a mixture really of people?
It was a mixture, but I definitely kind of felt as though it was that next step for me to go on loan, because I was playing Premier League 2 for I think 2 seasons, and I was doing well in both. So I just felt as though I was ready to be tested. Obviously, go to a league club, whether it was League 1, League 2, Championship, just to get men's football, really.
Do you think that step up to like senior football really helped your development? Was that a big part of it, do you think?
Yeah, because obviously at the time it was COVID, but obviously there would have been fans there. You're playing for points. It felt like it meant a lot more. Playing in them games. I
remember the end of that season when you were there. The last few games you scored like important goals. Yeah. In my opinion, obviously, you don't need to say, but in my opinion, you helped a lot for them to go up. If you weren't there, maybe the things could be a bit different. Yeah.
So I know Neil Critchley from when he was coaching at Liverpool, because one of my mates was in his team. How was he as a manager? Because he obviously took that step up from the academy to first team management. How was he just as a coach on and off the pitch?
Yeah, he was brilliant with me. He kind of understood the step up from under 23s football to senior football. So he kind of knew that where I was at, and I wanted to kind of get into that men's environment and play. He had great tactics. He gave me a lot of advice. On the training pitch, he was always helping me, telling me things, different things. So I learnt so much from him in a short space of time. I was grateful to kind of work under him. And he brought the best out of me, I thought.
Now, talking a little bit about the fans, how was the craziest thing a fan asked you to do?
Oof, the craziest
Oh, here we
thing.
go.
That-
Here we go.
that's-
Here we go. This is the news. We want.
Do you know what? I'm trying to think. I'm not sure, you know. I'm not sure.
All right, next time we
you
do
know
a
what?
podcast,
Yeah,
there's going to be an
I'll
answer.
need
I
to
know there
think,
is, bro.
yeah.
I know there is.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, that.
How did you feel the first time someone asked you for a photo or for a signature? Did you feel like, wow, they asking me for it?
Yeah, it just seems a bit surreal. Like,
Yeah.
I always see myself as just a normal person, just like a average person.
Yeah.
And when people come up to you, ask for photos and autograph signatures, you just feel like like you're someone special. But
Yeah.
I just know I'm just a normal person, really.
Yeah.
If you could be a footballer, a big footballer, and take away the fame,
Yeah.
would you? Do you think? Do you think like the positives outweigh the negatives of being relatively more well known?
That's a good question. That I think the higher you get, like say if you go in public and
Yeah.
people are coming up to you constantly asking for pictures and autographs, yes, you appreciate it, but it can be a bit annoying if you're with your family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or,
invading your privacy a bit. That's what
Yeah,
people don't
exactly.
understand
Or you're with your
sometimes.
friends. But yeah, of course it has. When you get recognised, it does feel good.
Yeah.
to some people.
Means you're doing a good job.
It feels like, yeah, you're doing well. So, yeah, I think it's kind of a balance, really. There is positives, there is a few negatives to it.
So yeah, they say pressure creates diamonds. You scored 2 goals in 2 appearances in the playoffs of League One. Is it hard to like maintain your composure in big games like that, or is it just something you just take in your stride now and you're used to?
Do you know what? The playoff game was the first time I played in front of kind of proper fans. Like, I think, because it was still COVID at the time, I think there was only 8,000 there or something like that.
Still a fair number though. It's more than academy
it's
football.
Still
isn't it?
more,
Yeah.
yeah. So I just, when I was playing, I just played with like no fear, and we was away at the time, so we didn't have many fans. It was mainly, I think it was all their fans actually there.
Was there a bit of butterflies though before the game?
Yeah, you always.
It's good though, it's good to have
but
them,
as soon
yeah.
as that whistle blows, then
Just get your head in the game.
goes all the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just hungry and I was excited more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great feeling.
Was it the first loan, right?
Yeah, that was my first loan. Yeah.
So was the first experience playing for a first team, like they say, men's football?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the difference? How do you feel like when you come from academy to the men's team? Like, are they more aggressive?
Yeah.
You feel you have to be more aggressive, or
Yeah, especially League One. Like the men, obviously the centre backs. Generally, they're big, tall, strong, and then they're gonna kick you. They're gonna be aggressive. They're gonna get tight to you. So
what was the hardest defender you had so far? Like, to name one.
Is there anyone who's marked to you where you've just thought this guy is different? He's different gravy. This guy.
I would say I played my debut for Everton. That was Chelsea away. And I think on the day you had 3 centre back. I think it was Rudiger, Thiago Silva.
Wow.
Take your pick. Which one?
Yeah, there was the third one. I can't remember. But yeah, I think they had an X amount of international appearances between them.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I was thinking, wow, like
What have I got myself into?
yeah, I mean, yeah, but I'd have to say them.
If you had to choose one between those two, who are you picking?
I'll just say Thiago Silva.
He's
Just
tough, he's
experience,
tough. Yeah.
Reading the game.
He's slightly older, but his career in general has been good.
Might lack a yard of pace now, but makes up for it up there, doesn't
yeah,
it?
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you moved to Hearts on loan.
Yeah.
Is there any difference really in just like the football culture, playing style, or is it similar to England really?
Yeah, it was a good experience in Hearts because the league's a bit different. There's only 12 teams there, and then you've got the likes of Rangers and Celtic who always kind of finish top 2.
Yeah.
And then there's some lower league teams, lower teams that finish. They're like maybe not as good, but they have like directness, and
Yeah.
they probably have like a game plan with like long throwing, stuff like
Target
that.
man. Yeah.
Target men. So yeah, there's a very wide range of like variety of teams you come up against.
That season, you went to Hearts. Before I say that, I mention about it. How do you say? Because my English is not the best. I am Portuguese myself, and then how do you say Hearts of what? Because I go like Hearts of.
Oh,
How do you say?
Miflovian, I think.
Well,
Can you say?
Do you know
I
what?
think it's
Yeah,
Midlothian, is it?
Yeah, do you know what?
You don't know as well.
I think it's
Saying
Midlothian.
that,
I
it's
think
just
so.
Heart-
Yeah.
I just know it as Hearts.
Yeah,
Midlothian. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure. Yeah. Honestly, you're asking the wrong person.
I'm going myself because I don't know. I'm gonna stick just with Hearts.
That's all. That's
Yeah,
just
that's all
unanimous
I-
decision. Hearts is all right. Hearts is.
That season, obviously everywhere you go, I become like that club fan. And then I was watching you playing. I've realized that you helped once again, the same way you helped Blackpool. You helped that team. They finished on the top 6, if I'm not wrong. And then I think as well they went to the qualification for Europe
Yeah.
League. Did it happen before, or was the first
I
time?
think that because I think they were in the second tier the season before, so they just come up and obviously getting Europa League football. I think they ended up being in the Conference League because they lost the playoff game.
Most of the times when I see your success for me, because I'm your fan, your success is my success. I feel proud. And then I remember sometime you scored 1 or 2 goals, like your team won and only you on the score.
Yeah.
And then I've posted on my Instagram. I think you reposted, and then a fan from that team, he texted me saying, "Oh, bro, please, I'm begging you, speak with Ellis. Tell him to stay."
Oh.
How do you feel? I'm telling you.
never told me that.
I'm telling you. Sometimes, even when you went to Sunderland, we're gonna get there. Sometimes when I post things like that, I get people texting me.
Yeah.
And now you just found out. How do you feel? It's
Yeah, it's just the fans, like, they make football, like, they're so passionate about the club.
yeah.
And they're great, honestly. So much passion. They want to wish you the best, and they're just right behind you. So
Yeah.
it's just great.
Feels good.
So you got into the top 6 split with Hearts. How important is it to just have the right mentality going into a big game? Just in general, just having the right instructions, knowing what you're doing. Just how important is that going into the game?
Yeah,
Does it help settle your nerves, just having the right mindset?
Yeah, definitely. I think mindset's a massive part because you have to be mentally right up there, knowing, obviously with the fans as well, sometimes they might turn on you, or you might score early, or the opposition team might score early. So you need to be prepared for every type of scenario going into the game, because you go in with a game plan, and sometimes it doesn't always come off that way.
Yeah, true.
You have to change. Like if you get a red card or early on, you have to change your tactics, stuff like that. So you always have to be alert and ready at all times. Really.
Yeah, ready to think on your feet.
That loan was a bit far from home.
Yeah.
How did you feel? For example, some people, they think at some point, not everyone, but some people think that the footballers, because they earn a lot of money, they are like robots. Yeah, but the footballers, they have family, they have feelings. How did you feel to be away from your family on that season? Because family is very important. We have to agree.
Yeah, definitely.
You felt alone,
Yeah, it was a new experience for me. It was the first time I properly moved away from home, like living by myself. And it took me about 3 hours, 45 minutes to 4 hours to get there. It was all the way in Scotland, so in theory it's a different country. But yeah, I thought if I wanted to grow and to be the player I want to be, you're going to have to make decisions in your life where yes, family's important, but at the end of the day, football is kind of that's your life, that's your job. So
Yeah.
it felt like it was the right move for me. And yeah, I just thought, do you know what, it's going to help me grow as a person. And yeah, it was a new challenge that I look forward to.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us your best rendition of a Scottish accent?
Scottish. They always say like we, like
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
like a wee bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a wee bit of this. I'm not good with accents, so
That's all
but
right.
that's a word they always use, like we.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
When I got there, they kept saying it. I was like, "What do you mean we?" They're like, it's just a small like bit. So yeah.
So you moved to Sunderland on loan again.
Yep.
So were you, and maybe not disappointed, but how did you feel about Everton wanting to recall you after starting off the season well with them?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit of a surprise because I started to get my rhythm at Sunderland. I was playing, I was enjoying it, scoring, and then Everton recalled me. At the end of the day, Everton's my parent club, so
Yeah.
I'm grateful that for them to recall me, I must have been doing something right.
Yeah,
I
you
must
just
have been
take that
doing
as a
well.
compliment. Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
exactly.
just took it as a compliment, really.
Yeah.
And when I went back, I just wanted to kind of continue my momentum, really, work hard in training, and yeah, just try and fit back in the squad because I've been on a few loans. So obviously you're away from it all. So coming back, I just wanted to get back into things, being at Everton, and yeah, it's been good.
In the summer, if Sunderland come calling again for a loan move, would you be off that?
There's only positive things I have to say about Sunderland, so
Yeah.
I can't rule anything off. They're going in the right direction. Like last year, they were in League One, finished 5th, and then now they're in the Championship, competing with every team.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're challenging for the playoffs, so it just shows you the direction they're going in.
Was there like a big step up from League One to Championship, or was it not that big really, do you think?
Yeah, I think it is a bit of a step up.
In what aspect? Like
I'll
just
say-
in general, or is there
Yeah,
anything specific?
quality of players. There's more, the teams, they like to play football a bit more, where in League One there's quite a few teams that are kind of direct, just a few long balls, long throw-ins. In the Championship you don't really see that as much. But yeah, there's quality players in the Championship now, as you've seen. It's a very intense league. There's so many little points between every team. So yeah, it's a very competitive.
So you have a new coach at Everton. Like, what's your first impressions about him? You know.
Yeah, the impressions have been positive. He's come in. He's only been in a week now.
Yeah.
And yeah, so far it's been brilliant. Like, he's getting the players working hard in the training, just bringing us all back together, getting back to basics.
Yeah.
And just getting that team's togetherness back, because we was in a kind of a difficult run. So sometimes you just need to get back to basics and kind of stick together, and then just work hard, and then just see where that takes you, really. And I think he's done well since he's come in.
So spending time obviously with the first team at Everton now, do you feel like other players in your position, like Calvert-Lewin, who's obviously quite tall like yourself, do you think that just training with them every day helps you as a player, and you take notes from them and try and implement them into your game?
Definitely. If you look, our squad is all of them are top players. So to train with them every day, you're obviously going to improve. Some have won Premier Leagues, different cups, individual awards. So there is talent in that squad. So just training with them every day, just going to bring the best out of you. And yeah, it's great to train with them.
And how old are you now?
I've just turned 22.
Okay, Ellis, how do you see?
2 months older than me.
Yeah.
Bro, it makes
January, sorry, I turned 22.
Yeah, bro, mine's in March.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Bro,
You
makes you feel like a
both-
failure, bro.
You both
Playing in Prem.
You're both old.
Oh, no, we still got years left until we hit our prime.
I'm glad I'm younger.
So
Now, you're
that
22
question.
years old now. How do you see, let's say, yourself, your career in 5 years' time?
So in 5 years' time, hopefully, just an established Premier League player. I think Premier League is where everyone wants to be. I feel like it's the best league in the world. And just to be playing, I'm at Everton. I would love to play for Everton first team for the next 5 years. So long. So yeah, it's a great club. But yeah, just my ambition is just to play football regular in a top division, preferably the Premier League.
Yeah.
If not, somewhere else that kind of is a good league. Yeah, because in 5 years I'll be 27, so kind of
Hitting that prime.
yeah, it's scary
Hitting that
thinking
prime.
about it. You're kind of in your prime, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I would say those things that I just said. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a few questions from fans and friends of ours. You can read the second one because that's your expertise. So first one, nice and simple.
I like that.
Where's your favorite holiday destination?
Favorite holiday, I would say Cyprus. I've been, I think I've been like 6 times now to Cyprus. But to be fair, I haven't been in a few years because with the COVID and stuff.
Nicer
few
weather
years
than
ago.
Manchester.
Yeah, I just love it there. Hot weather, the food, stuff like that.
Just
Chill,
relax in the off season. Yeah.
Relax, yeah.
Well, the other question is from our friend Alex.
Okay.
Yeah. He's asking, like, the football players, the professional football players, they always on the spotlights, photos, coming on TV. And then he would like to ask you, not in general, you, how often, how regular you get your haircut because you're always on the spotlights.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I go every 2 weeks. I like to go every 2 weeks.
Okay.
I know you're asking me, but there's players that go weekly every.
Yeah.
Who get their haircut weekly?
Him.
Yeah, some go like a couple of days, but it's just whenever you have time, really.
Yeah.
There's a big, the schedule sometimes busy, and yeah, you want to be fresh for the games especially. So yeah, just whenever you have time, really. But I think the general rule every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
maybe a week and a half.
Yeah.
Seems good.
So another question for one of our good friends, Daniel. Shout out Daniel, he's probably watching this. What age did you start taking football properly serious? When did you think, like, okay, this is actually a career I can genuinely pursue?
I would say when I signed my first professional contract, that's when you think, wow, like you're a professional footballer then when you put that pen to the paper. So I think that moment was like, wow, I'm actually a professional footballer now. Even though there's been no kind of Everton appearances or senior appearances at that time, it is a professional contract. So it just feels like, it's a proud moment. And yeah, I think from then you just want to get more and more just hungry. You want to be hungry, keep striving.
Have you ever felt like you're going to a new place, and then obviously you are used to be approached by the people, and then that place you were going to, you were expecting the people to be approaching you, and no one did it. Did it ever?
Do you know what? No, I never really expect people to come up to me. I just think they won't know who I am. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think the first time was like when I moved to Hearts. I was very surprised how many people.
Maybe it was our fan that messaged you. Maybe it was that guy stalking him.
Yeah. I think that was the first time, like, I fully thought, wow, like, all these people recognize me. Like, I know it was in Edinburgh, so it's a city, kind of big city, a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I was going in Asda and people coming asking me for photos and autographs, stuff like that. Like constantly, and I was just thinking, wow, I've never had that before.
Yeah, feels.
Yeah, maybe the odd time there might have been 1 or 2 when earlier on at Blackpool and Everton, but because I wasn't really established,
Yeah. I forgot to ask you something, which is a good question. We're talking about the fans. I was talking this morning with Rory about your move to Sunderland.
Yeah.
We were watching one of your games, and then Ellis, like thousands and thousands of people shouting your name. They have a song for you.
Yeah.
Do you know the song? Do you know?
Yeah, I know the song. It's a great song. Like, I know whenever they chanted it, it was just so nice. Just
What are the lyrics to the song? You don't have to sing it. You don't have to sing it, but
it goes. He looks good. He looks fine. Ellis is on my mind. Alice on my mind.
I like it. Okay, so you can pay money to watch any player in the world. Who's that number one player that you enjoy watching the most? Don't have to be just the best, but who do you just enjoy watching the most?
You mean the ones playing now or ever?
Now, yeah, playing now.
Okay.
Playing now. I'm gonna go. Difficult one. There's so many top players. I'll probably say Messi. I know.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
Even as a Ronaldo fan.
Yeah, I mean they both. I don't take it away. They're both world class. Them two are the best. My idol's Cristiano Ronaldo, but with Messi, he's kind of different.
Yeah.
But if you was just to watch him, like his movement and his dribbling,
Unique.
You know, it's funny because my idol ever is Zidane.
Yeah.
But if you ask me the same question, I would say Ronaldinho Gaúcho.
Yeah.
Which is not my idol, but
Just for enjoyment.
it's crazy. And after Ronaldinho, Ellis.
Yeah, of course. And we got finally one more fan question. If you could give one piece of advice to any aspiring footballers who want to try and make it into pro, what would that be?
I would say hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I know it's a common phrase. It's just that hard work. But if you have the talent as well and you work hard, you're kind of unstoppable. So the minimum thing is just to work hard, be dedicated, committed.
Yeah.
You have to sacrifice a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll just say that because, again, just working hard, anyone can do that. So that will give you the best chance.
Imagine that you know your talent, yeah. You know you're working hard, because some young people, yeah, they some things in life we learn when we get a bit more mature.
Yeah.
And then when we are young, you think, oh, we want it to happen now or the latest tomorrow. Some people don't trust on the process. So if you could give an advice to that people, yeah, for example, how can I say, you want the things to happen now, and then you start losing your motivation.
Yeah.
So obviously, the advice is to carry on, because one day it will happen. Everyone who works hard, And then I would like to get your advice from your words. What would you say to a person like that, for example?
Yeah, I know. In life, you see something and you want it instantly. But it's a lot deeper. There's a lot more steps to kind of get there. Because if anyone could just go straight to the destination they want to get to, and it will be easy. Everyone will be doing what everyone's doing. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of simple. I could just get there. But I think it's just small steps. Every step you take, you're getting closer to that destination you want to get to. So I think if you just set like targets and you think, do you know what, I've reached that one, what's the next one? Reach that one. And you look at it that way. That's to kind of keep the motivation, because I get when you're saying there's a big end destination. It's a long way, so you can lose motivation, but as long as you know you have checkpoints that you're ticking off, I think that's giving you the best chance.
That's a good.
But yeah, no, that is the end. Thank you very much for coming on. We're really pleased that you managed to.
I was enjoying it. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
So you at home, I hope you enjoyed as well. Don't forget to follow our channel on YouTube.
We'll put all the socials in the description, so you can just click on that and give us a follow.
and yeah.
Yeah. So thank you.
You
Honestly,
are-
that's
yeah.
very, very kind of you for coming on and being the first
Yeah,
one.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Maybe we'll do another one in a few years' time when you're in your prime.
Yeah.
See how things have changed.
Yeah.
You are unlocked. Oh, I forgot the most important thing. We are sponsored by a few brands. We got a present for you from Ben & Works.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll put the link on the video as well. You can click and check the shop. We got a chain as well. You know that things like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. From a Unique Empire. And then I hope you have a look and you enjoy.
Yeah. Thanks.
So
for that.
now you are unlocked.
Hey guys, just a quick one from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to be doing a giveaway for signed football from Ellis over on our Instagram. So have a look in the comments. That'll tell you how you can enter it. And yeah, we'll see you soon in another episode very shortly.